So we've been having this Marriage Matters conversation for the past few months. We've had two sessions, and we're planning for another session on Tuesday, June 2nd at 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern Time. And we hope that you can join us then. So today we wanted to touch a little bit on 10 things that men do that make us laugh. Let's just say laugh. So some of the ladies and I came up with some of the things that our husbands do that kind of get under our skin a little bit, but also when we start to get together and talk about it, it ends up being something that we laugh on. It doesn't apply to all men. Not all men are bad. This isn't bashing, but these are just little things that, that we notice. So one, yes, dear is a way to shut you up. So my husband actually uses this tactic on me. And although it sounds really sweet, like, yes, dear, it actually really gets under my skin because it's not really a way to complete the conversation. It's a way to get me to say, I hear what you're saying. I don't really want to hear it anymore. And because I disagree, I really don't want to talk about it anymore. So when you start hearing that, yes, dear, know that, yes, your husband has taken it to another level in patience. But in reality, they don't want to hear anything that you have to say. Two, you will hear them sharing your advice with their married friends. So when you first got into the relationship and you were sharing your wisdom with the elders in your life who kind of invested in you, they'd be like, no, I don't agree with that. No, that's not true. But in reality, they're hearing you, they're listening, and then they're going to go back and share it with their friends later. Number three, stop telling them to put the toilet seat down because they won't. No matter how many times you tell them, they won't. Although this has somewhat been conquered in my house, I think the easiest thing that we've done to kind of alleviate all bathroom issues, my hair, toilet seat, any other thing that goes on in the bathroom that I don't like or he doesn't like, we just try to use separate bathrooms as much as possible. Having two bathrooms in the house is a must. It definitely has alleviated some of our stress, some of our arguments, but I know that toilet seat is it's really a hard thing for some men to conquer. Number four, when it comes to food, clothes, and the kid, sometimes you have to go ahead and make the decision, because if not, you'll ask, you'll put the question out there, you'll leave it on the table, ask for their opinion, and then you'll be waiting and waiting and waiting, and deadlines will have passed, and then they'll just end up saying, well, do whatever you want. Do whatever you think is best. So sometimes you got to go ahead and just make those executive decisions and go back and say, hey, this is what we talked about and this is what I did. And they're like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Number five, stop asking him to pick up his socks because he won't. Not only maybe just his socks, but that trail of clothes that kind of gets laid out as they walk into the house, the shirt, the jacket, the belt, maybe even the pants that don't end up in the dirty clothes. Don't worry about asking them. They're not going to pick it up. Just go ahead, pick it up, suck it up, cry about it later. And then, just, ask for repayment in bags and shoes. Number six, the steam iron that you had for years won't last very long because the other person who uses the steam iron will always forget to put water in it. Even though it's a steam iron, even though you say, hey, put water in the iron, leave a water bottle or the little container by that, it doesn't work. So when it dies, don't be surprised. Just order a really nice new one and get it shipped to the house on them. Number seven, plan for every possible outcome in every situation, any disaster that could possibly happen. Be completely prepared for it. Because if you're not, they will blame you and tell you, why did you think of this? You should have known this was going to happen. You're a mom. You should know better. So just go ahead and plan, have all the bags packed, all the clothes, his change of clothes, your change of clothes, the kids' change of clothes, snacks, drinks, water, safety lights, flares, whatever. Because at the end of the day, you are a psychic and you should know anything and everything. Number eight, even when they say they don't want anything for a holiday, don't believe them. They say that it's women who really do that. It's not us, it's them. Because when they say they don't want anything and you don't get them anything, they're going to be checking and be like, she didn't give me nothing for this day. She didn't give me nothing for that day. And then they'll be all in their feelings and then they'll explode. So even when they say they don't want anything, get something. Even if something small, even if it's handmade, just get them something. Number 9, many men, not all, just some, will use the excuse that they can't do something because you're better at it. I can't make the bed because you're good at it. That's what you're good at. And you'll be like, oh, I am good at it. Let me make the bed. I can't wash the dishes because you're better at it. You are so good at it. I mean, and you're like, okay, I do clean the kitchen better than you. And then I'll be like, I can't fold clothes because you're better than me. Then you're better at it. And you're like, you're right. I do like the way I fold. And then next thing you know, you realize that you're better at everything, and that leaves nothing for the other person to do in the household. And all of a sudden you're drained and you're tired and you're all over the place because you are trying to be the best at everything. So sometimes you have to suck it up and understand that they may not fold clothes the way you want. They may not wash the dishes the way you want, but you can't do it all. You got to leave something for them. Number 10, when you're sick, it's not a big deal. But when your husband is sick, please believe that you better shut it down, turn off all the lights, turn off the TV, call the doctor, because it's going down. They are sick. This is serious. This is real. You need to understand that this sickness that they have, this is not normal for them. So you have to be just over compassionate, over understanding. When you were sick, they expected you to kind of get up and still do some stuff, do some tasks around the house. But when they are sick, don't even think about it. So these are just some 10 things that men do often that we kind of talk about in our Marriage Matters conversation. And we hope that you can join us on Tuesday for a very entertaining and powerful conversation with 10 or less ladies who love to get together and just talk about some of the intimate conversations that we have as married women. So join us on Tuesday. Subscribe to my YouTube page. Have a great Sunday.